Welcome everybody. Happy New Year. 2026. I always find it amazing at this time of the year on how fast things move. And in this video, I want to just make sure that we kind of look at 2026, this year that is coming, fresh, because I'm very much a believer of starting the year on the right foot. And I think this year is going to be much bigger than last year, even though last year was incredibly busy. And I'm really excited to share with you guys some of the stuff that we're going to be doing, because as you know, here in the channel, I like to share as much as possible with all of you here so you can come with me in this amazing journey that has been YouTube and game development. So without further ado, let's get to it. So welcome everybody. I hope you had an amazing 2026, amazing Christmas. You had time to spend with the family, to relax. I know I have. And I feel so much better now that I had a couple of weeks off. If you guys know me, if you guys follow the channel, you know that I like to work incredibly hard, mainly because I'm having fun at what I'm doing. And whilst I'm having fun, what better way to do it than to just kind of like keep on pressing forward as hard as you possibly can to see where this goes. And this year is going to be, I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, and God willing, is going to be more busy than last year. So if you haven't seen, last year I actually made a retrospect of 2025. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't. But basically, in a nutshell, it was crazy, and the amount of things that happened every single month of the year, it was incredible, and I didn't really anticipate it. But I digress. 2026. So what's going to happen? Now, to start the year, I'm going to spend a lot of time in Q1 of this year talking and working with Autodesk. We just kind of like signed a deal late last year, which I'm really excited. I cannot disclose it just yet. But just know that we have a lot of things in the pipeline that are going to come through in the first Q1 of this year, that they have exciting things to show you. They told me about it, and now I feel like I'm excited about to tell you guys about it. And I think it's going to make animation so much easier. There's a lot of knowledge sharing as well. And I'm excited about this partnership. Autodesk have been amazing folks. They are great behind closed doors, incredibly friendly, really appreciative of the work that we do with each other. So that's happening Q1. Now Q1, Q2 this year, we are gonna have my book release. So if you check my other video, I mentioned in that video about my book that is coming this year, and it's gonna come, I think, anytime between March and May of this year, maybe. The publisher is still telling me that tentatively is going to be between those dates, but it can be at any month or any day within those dates. But I'll keep you guys updated, and this is one of the things that I want to do here in the channel this year, is basically telling you all about what made me write this book and what I think is important, and some of the things that I included in the book, because there's a lot of chapters and a lot of interesting people that I've interviewed, and a lot of interesting stories, and a lot of interesting knowledge transfer that I'm trying to do in this book, and I cannot wait to do it. And I'll do most likely a series talking about some of the things that you can expect when the book drops, whenever that happens, right? But I'll keep you guys posted. Another thing that I'm going to do also this year is go to GDC. It's now confirmed, and I'm going to do a bunch of stuff over there. I'm going to be there representing Rekindled. I'm going to be there working with Autodesk, but I'm going to be there as well, like to meet folks. So a couple of years ago, I went to GDC and I said it last minute, if you're around, come and say hello. I'm saying it now, and I'm going to continue saying it. So if you have your tickets, and if you're going to go ahead and be at GDC, then I'd love to meet you all. I'm going to try and kind of create like a little get together, and hopefully myself and the guys at Rekindle are going to be there. We can look at your portfolios, we can actually meet up, find out more about the games industry, talk about your ups and downs and the struggles and the wins and all of that stuff that makes at least my life so much more enjoyable, to actually talk with people out there and helping people out. So if you guys are going to go to GDC, drop a comment down below, let me know if you actually are going, and I look forward to seeing you there. Now for the rest of the year, there is plenty things, and there's one thing that I'm super excited, equally as much as my book, I want to say, and is a website that I'm going to release. And this, I'm going to have to leave it as a question mark and basically not share just yet what I'm working on. But I'm working on this website that I think is going to be incredibly special for the animation community. More news on that later, but I'm working with incredible folks, and I think it's going to be incredibly exciting. Now there's a third thing, is the fact that later this quarter I can announce about a new venture, a new company that I've started here in the UK that is also to do with animation, but different. It's not to do so much about teaching animation, but it's about doing animation more than anything. And I cannot tell you more about it. I know the folks that actually need to know, but as soon as I can tell you more, I will. And hopefully it's going to be around February or so that I'll be able to actually unveil it. But right now we are doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, buying stuff, setting up things, talking with a bunch of people. And yeah, we're super excited. And I think it's going to open the door yet again for more people, not only to work with me, but also more studios to hopefully kind of like use the animation knowledge that I've gathered over the years since I've been doing just consulting. I'm starting to see some more potential to the thing that I've gathered, this knowledge that I've gathered over the years, that is not just about YouTube, but is also about helping not only people, but also studios. And I think this might be one of those things. And then that's Rekindled. Rekindled, for those that don't know, go and watch the video that I made about Rekindled last year. It's a studio that I just joined maybe about 8 to 9 months ago. And we do codev for to simplify it, even though it's with a twist. But we do codev for games specifically. And I am actually a business advisor for them, but also animation director. And I'm having a blast. And there's a lot of stuff going on this year with Rekindled. And I'm so excited. So many studios, high caliber studios, indie studios, small projects, big projects that are happening at Rekindled. And it seems like things are just getting faster with Rekindled. And we are going to be at GDC, as I mentioned before. We are almost likely going to be at Gamescom, maybe PAX as well. So come and say hello if you're actually going to go through those places, because we'd love to actually get to know you, either an animator or a company that wants to work with us, because yeah, we are excited to meet more people face to face. And the one thing that I learned last year for sure is that meeting people in person, because I went to all these places and I traveled to all these places, meeting people in person, there's really nothing like it. There's something about the human connection that really only translates properly, and it kind of like gets sipped into your mind 100% when you meet somebody in person and you can talk to them and really just make memories through that experience, through that chat, to that, you know, exchange that you had. And that becomes really powerful. So I'm looking forward to doing more of that this year, even though I just mentioned in the beginning of the video about me seeing traveling in a different way. I'm not tired of it. I just see it more like business instead of holidays as I used to see it before. But I am looking forward to doing more of that, because I know that the pace at which you can actually travel or do these changes is much faster when you're there in person, when you meet the company, the people in person, because it makes a much bigger impression, and therefore more opportunities arise from these things. So here in the channel, I've been advising you guys, animators and everybody, about going to events and meeting people face to face, because there's nothing like it. And I'm definitely kind of like following what I'm preaching, because even in business, this is true. Sitting up with somebody, having a coffee, having a conversation, you know, even if it's something casual, really rings true and makes it more memorable for both parties. And then therefore maybe business comes through that. And it's the same thing when you are an animator looking for jobs. So hence why I'm asking you guys, if you guys are coming to GDC, or if you guys are coming to Gamescom or anything like that, then come and say hello, because I love to see your work. Rekindled would love to see your work. And companies would love to talk to you and find out more about what you do, what you want to do, and how can we help. So that's, in a nutshell, in the shortest way possible, 2026. And there's a lot of like, you know, a big gap of like unknowns, right? So the second part of the year, towards the end of the year, at the moment is an unknown. But that to me is even more exciting than the beginning of the year, because it means that if all things go well and we actually manage to do a lot of these things that I'm just talking about, fingers crossed, this will actually be more momentum that we can then expand upon and just have more opportunities towards the end of the year. And yeah, so 2026 I think is going to be an amazing year. I hope you feel the same way. Drop a comment down below and let me know how you find your 2026 now that we're just fresh into this new year. That's all I had for you guys. Until the next video, stay well, stay safe. Peace. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. If you super enjoyed it, leave a super thanks. It's like leaving a little tip, and it directly supports the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can continue to see my videos and get your weekly dose of betterness.